Hello guys. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most important things in livestock farming, and that is breeding. That's even a fancy word. What is breeding? How do you basically multiply your goats? How do you move from 5 goats to 200 goats, to 100 goats? Today we want to share our experiences with you, because if you guys can remember, just a year ago we had only 2 goats because we have sold all our goats moving from Brekum to Suhum. But all of a sudden, in just 1 year now, we have over 100 goats here at our farm. And I'm going to walk you guys through and show you what are the steps, what are the things you need to do, what time do you need to breed your goats, how do you select your male goats, and how do you take care of your kids even when they are born, so that you can increase that multiplication factor in livestock farming. Because if you have a livestock farm and you're not able to multiply them, then you're hindering your growth and you're also hindering your profit making. So if you really have a livestock farm, or you want to go into it and you're thinking about how do I move from 3, 4, 5 goats to 200 goats to 100 goats, then this video is for you. So stay tuned. Let's head to the farm and talk about how do we breed goats from 5 to 100 goats. Welcome back, guys. I'm so glad you stick around, and welcome to the Farming in Africa family. Here our mission or vision is to transform Africa with innovative practices and solutions. This video is going to be focusing on practices. How are we transforming Africa? We are transforming Africa because once we're able to empower farmers with the right knowledge that they need, what happens in their life? They make more money, more people go into farming, and we're able to transform our economy and also food security on this continent. So today we're going to be talking about how do we lift the youth and the starters who are in 5 goats, 6 goats, 7 sheep, 10 cows into hundreds of cows. And how can we do that? It's by multiplying those small animals that you have. So if you have 5 goats or 10 sheep, how do we get you to 100 sheep? And you can only get there by introducing new stock, which is 1, or by multiplying what you have. And today we're going to be talking about the multiplication factor of it. Because introducing new stock is easy. Anybody can go to the market and buy new stock and all of a sudden have 100. But being able to multiply them is a skill and it's a knowledge that you need. So today I'm walking all the way to our male pen, because that is where it all starts. That's where your breeding starts. So if you're a farmer and you have 5 goats, 10 goats, and I'm going to use goats a lot, but this applies to sheep, it applies to cattle, it's going to apply to your pig as well. So let's say you have 5 or 10 goats or sheep. The most important thing is to buy your female first. Then second is to go in and look for the best male that you can ever afford. Once you have that male, you bring it in and you separate it from your females. How do we get the breeding going? So if I come to this farm, I have a lot of males. So when it's time for me to breed, now I come here and look at which of my males are healthy enough, which of my males have the genetic that I'm looking for to be able to reproduce more offspring like that male. So in our case, if you look at that boa there, that is our most breed goat, right? So we use this goat for most of our boa bread. It weighs about 110 kg, right? You should see its kids, and we're going to go in there. So as a farmer, you want to choose the right time to breed your goat. There are 2 seasons mostly in West Africa, the dry season and the rainy season. They all have their pros and cons. I personally prefer breeding my goats in the rainy season and they kidding in the dry season. You might ask me, Fred, why would you do that? I do that because over the years I've realized that when I breed my goats in the rainy season, because of the climatic weather I have here, most of the time I tend to lose the babies because 1, there are a lot of worms and bacteria in the rainy season, so the kids are not strong enough to be able to combat them in their first few weeks. 2, in the rainy season, it is very cold here, so we tend to have a lot of runny nose and cough and then tend to pneumonia, and sometimes we will lose our kids. But in the dry season, it is much drier, so when our those kids, we are able to have much higher success rates. So that is why I choose to breed my goats in the rainy season and kid them in the dry season. It might be different for you, and if it is so, then you might want to breed them in the dry season and kid them in the rainy season. The other advantage to that is also that in the rainy season there is a lot of food. So as those or the females are going through the pregnancy, they're able to get more food and develop the baby much better. So that is another reason why some people will breed in the dry season but kid in the rainy season, right? So you need to decide, check your climate, and find out when you're going to start your breeding process. So once you start your breeding process, you come here and you select the best of male that you have at your farm and introduce that male to your females. In this case, I'm going to walk you into our female pen. Come along with me. So these are the pregnant pen. So again, as you can see, it's morning, so we have cleaned the place. We are now waiting to put their food in their feedlots. Then from there, we are going to start bringing them down. So let's go up and go see our pregnant does.
I encourage every one of you out there, follow Farming in Africa on TikTok, YouTube. Please, if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, then you get a lot of knowledge. Thank you and remain blessed.
So once you put your males in the females, they are naturally going to cross them whenever they come on heat. Goats will come on heat, let's say once every month, maybe about 28 days they will come on heat. It repeats that cycle. So you have to put your male in the midst of the females for at least 1 month, at most 2 months. So that if it misses the first one, it gets the second one. So normally I'll keep my males in the females for 2 months. After 2 months, I move the females into another session where now they can develop the baby into pregnancy. So now let's go. Okay, so this is our pregnant women, right? So as you can see, they are just separated in their own space. At this time, we're able to take good care of them. We're able to formulate the right feed they need. At this stage, they need more milk, so their protein content is very high, right? So we're able to separate them, feed them with the right nutrition that is required, right? And then free them from stress. So there's no male here trying to cross them or mount them. There's no other goat trying to push them and so on. They are comfortable, relaxed here. And everything we do here, we do with a mindset or with a consideration that they are pregnant. And therefore, these guys, we are waiting on them delivering. All of these guys could deliver any moment from now till the next 1 week, right? So we are expecting full delivery from these guys as soon as possible, right? And that is how you treat your pregnant goat. So from this stage, what happens? At this moment, the next thing is they are going to be delivering. And that is where the money is. You've spent all the time buying the right breed, buying the right genetic, crossing them, feeding them properly, making sure they have everything that they need. Now the D-Day has arrived. These guys are going to deliver either up there and sometimes on the floor. The moment that delivery happens, you, the farmer, needs to be there. And that is how you are able to scale. Don't forget, losing those kids is like you working for a whole 8 months without getting paid. Because those kids are going to be what? Your profits. Those are the kids that you're going to be able to sell to other farmers and make money from your farm. So it is very, very important for you to keep those kids alive. So what do we do here at the farm? So the moment they are born, we have what we call a gestation pen. And if you look at here, so stand here and film it from here. So if we look at this side, this is our gestation pen. So the moment the kids are born, we take the mother and the kid and we bring them here. These gestation pens are divided into different sectors where the mother and the kid will get time to bond and live together for about 2 weeks. This gives us an opportunity to observe the kid, observe the mother, see how the kid is growing, support the kid in breastfeeding if we need to, and so on and so forth, until we know that the kid is strong enough to walk on its own, to breastfeed on its own, and then we will move them from here to this side. Even the feed we are giving to the kid. So after 2-3 weeks, you see that the kid is starting to eat. So we have planted this F02 grass. It is not for long, but this is where the kids learn how to eat. So they will nibble of this, you know, at that young age before they even start eating solid food. So after 2 to 3 weeks, we will move them right from here and take them to the lactating pen. So inside the lactating pen, there are going to be other mothers and other kids as well, where now they can be together. So taking care of those kids are very important. Like I said, if you lose those kids, then what happens is you lose your profit, right? So let's go to the other side of the farm and be able to show you exactly where we keep them, again, when they are very weak. So aside the gestation pen, we do have what we call a treatment center as well. And then the treatment center, we also have an in-house gestation pen, because sometimes it gets very cold here in the eastern region. And when it does, we can keep them at the gestation pen. Even though we have heat lamps there, we'll rather keep them here. So come here. What you're seeing is our treatment center. So this is where we weigh them. So we are able to weigh them every 2 weeks and see the growth pattern and how well they are doing. So this is our a second batch of a gestation pen, where right here, depending on the weather, if it's the rainy season, if it is very cold, we'd rather bring them here, and the mothers and kids will born here for 2 weeks before we move them there, right? So these are things you need to put in place if you really want to scale from doing it at a small scale of 2, 10, 5 to the hundreds. You need to invest into the infrastructure, especially knowing your breeding season. When do you want to breed? Number 2, choosing the right male, which is going to be 50% of all the kids you're going to have that year. So choose the right male. Number 2, have your pregnant or your active or open dose ready to be crossed. Number 3, separate your pregnant dose the moment they are crossed. Feed them well so that they can grow that baby that they have inside them. Then number 5, making sure that you have prepared a place for them to deliver properly and bond with their kids, so that the kids are now your focus. You want to save those kids, whether they give birth to 2 or 1 or 3. You want to make sure you're assisting them and providing this support. If you're able to put these things in place, I promise you, you'll be able to grow your farm to the next level with us. I'm hoping that you will join us. Let me know in the comment section how many goats, how many sheep, how many cattle you have, and how many do you want to achieve at the end of this year. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know, and I'll come back your way. Thank you.